I think one of the things that brings success at Walden's is there's a journey that we go on. And every part of the journey is important to the final portrait in the home. And one of the things that's really been a revelation to me is that what you do before a portrait affects the outcome of the portrait. So we started years ago doing what we call a design appointment. This is where we sit down and we envision. Those have always been amazing. They were amazing years ago, but when you came on board and we started designing together, applying your skills, your vision with our photography, that's over the top. And you're part of that first step of designing, setting down, and you did a vision board.
Yeah, I love that part of it. It's great because I think clients need to see a visual sometimes, and I like to be able to show them that so they can kind of see how it's going to look. And that helps me too, to be able to lay it out and get an idea on how the colors work together and how it's going to look.
And when people come in, we're ready. We know now what our set, our scene's going to be, what our lighting's going to be, because we're going to all coordinate that with the vision that's planted during that time. And besides the things that you do on that, we also want to learn about the family, the children, all of those types of things. So Deborah's involved in that. That's a key part. Then the second part is the actual session itself. And I got to tell you, the thought of somebody standing beside me when I do a portrait session, I was not a fan of until we worked together.
Yeah.
Because that has to be a very special person that understands the photography side, knows when to step in, and understands what that vision is. And you love that part.
I was going to say, that's my favorite part. I love working with the client, making everything perfect, stepping back, seeing what needs to be fixed, stepping in, stepping back out, because you are limited on time, especially with kids.
Right.
And to get the image that you want. But that is my favorite part.
And some decisions are in the moment. They're visual. I mean, you can sit down and plan the perfect portrait, but when they come in, you're like, oh my goodness, I need to accessorize this, or let me fix that, or I didn't know this might bunch up in that pose. Let me go adjust that. That's all part of what you're bringing to the table while they're in there, and that's important.
And I think we work great together with that.
We do, and I would have bet that would never work out with anybody. Yeah, so but you're not just anybody. And then I think the third thing is the selection appointment. That's the culmination of all of this. It's all the hard work, all the fun work, and hard work on our part, although it's fun work, of getting all these pieces together. We want no pressure for you guys, but we're putting all these pieces together, the light, all that. It all culminates in that selection appointment. Which portrait? Where does it hang? What's the frame like? And you and I sit down and we do a preliminary kind of a go-through and establishing a suggestion of what's the ideal portrait that's going to be part of their home for decades. And that was super fun. It is super fun.
It is super fun. I love that. It's nice to be able to sit down, see the finished product, and help make decisions because there's great photographs and it's narrowing it down and deciding which ones that you want to use on your wall. And
absolutely.
Starting from the beginning and then ending there, it's really
it's
special.
Like a rhythm. It just all goes in rhythm. And I think one of the things I'd share with you is Deborah comes up beside you on that journey. You've got somebody like, creating the photograph technically, and then yourself, your home, and that part. But then Deborah is that buffer in between that makes it all like glue. It's very cohesive, and I think it's amazing journey. You won't regret it. All three of those things Deborah's involved in to some degree or another, and it's just an amazing journey.